Jerry Lane Enterprises and Courtesy Motors present Paradise, Louisiana. With Gary Risponi and Don Dubuque. Paradise, Louisiana is also brought to you by Baton Rouge Coca-Cola Bottling Company, Benny's Car Wash and Oil Change, Always Fresh, Never Frozen Raising Cane's, Louisiana Fish Fry Products, Demco, your Touchstone Energy Cooperative, Pro Drive Outboards, Blue Cross Blue Shield of Louisiana, and Rouse's Markets. You're either local or you're not.
Welcome to the fall edition of Paradise, Louisiana. I'm Gary Risponi.
I'm Don Dubuque. Yep, we finally made it into the fall season, although mornings might feel a little fallish, but middays still kind of hot.
You know, right here in Baton Rouge, they predicting first day of fall, we finally gonna have a low under 70 degrees. That's gonna be 103, 104 days that the low never got below 70 degrees. You imagine, it broke all records.
It's been a long, hot summer, and a lot of people are looking to fall. And I tell you, we got a little bit of fall on the program today. I made a really good teal hunt with Jared Serenay and Delacroix. You made a good hunt.
I made a good hunt. I was in Thornwell with Captain Jared Adams and his dad and his beautiful wife, Heather. I want to make one more trip down to the Gate on Duck Festival. I covered the dog trials. It was pouring and raining. I usually show you one or two of the good dogs in it. I don't know if I got the winners, but I got one good, and my good buddy had a young dog. It didn't do so good. He had it in season, though, the season dog. We took some video of that. We're just gonna go to a visit. But I hope Chris can find it again. I told y'all, they had great Jamie Bergeron, Gino LaFosse, and especially Wayne Toops and them. They're usually almost always there in band. They're so much fun. I have so much fun dancing. I got to get in better shape and get a little more wind because those young girls all come ask me to dance, and that's what I like. So we're going to do that. I know it ain't outdoors, but it's Gary Risponi. So. All
right, so we got that. Plus, Sam Barbera is going to drop by here and kind of look back at this year's Louisiana Saltwater Series and look ahead to the two-day championship coming up in Venice at the Venice Marina. We've also got our Flambeau Outdoor News segment, our hunting report, and as always, our Berkeley Abu Garcia fishing report. And we're doing it all here from the Rouses on Airline Highway, the new Rouses.
That's right. And also in those duck reports, you're going to see a lot of kids. Thank y'all. Y'all been sending me a lot of pictures of ducks, some teal, and a few fish. So
all coming up right here on Paradise, Louisiana.
Paradise, Louisiana, right? We are in Paradise, Louisiana. I've been doing that all my life.
Courtesy Automotive is one of the largest and most experienced automotive groups in the South. Courtesy is a clear choice for all your automotive needs. So whether you're looking for a Ford, a Chevrolet, a Ram, Toyota, or a GMC, Courtesy's got your truck.
A big truck, a small truck, Courtesy's got your truck, man.
Ask me about my Tempur-Pedic.
Ask me how fast I fall asleep.
Why not talk to someone who's sleeping on the most highly recommended bed in America?
Ask me about staying asleep.
Tempur-Pedic owners are more satisfied than owners of any traditional mattress brand.
Ask me how it feels after 10 years.
Tempur-Pedic, the most highly recommended bed in America.
Ask about Tempur-Pedic at Olin's, where you know you always get the guaranteed low price. Olin's is the only store in Baton Rouge and Lafayette with the full line of Tempur-Pedics.
Welcome back to Paradise, Louisiana. And Gary, this weekend we'll wrap up our 3 weekends of teal hunting, the special September teal season. I made my third hunt this week of the season. went with another Jared. You went with a Jared. I went with a Jared. This is Jared Serenay, who is not only the executive producer for Louisiana Sportsman Magazine Television, he's also the marketing director now for Gator Tail Outboards. He's got a lease in Carnarvon, which is right by the diversion down in St. Bernard Parish. And Jared and I went out there. Chris Lecoq, our editor, came along to shoot it, and we had a really good hunt. It started off a little bit slow. Birds kind of not really giving us a good look at the decoys and the robos, but as the sun came up and the morning got on, we really got on and ended up with a 2-man limit, shot by 8 o'clock in the morning.
You know, let me say something about Jared. And your cameraman, you had to have, you know.
I had 2, really.
Show. You had 2, right. But, you know, Jared's been doing it a long time. I remember you used him before.
Sure.
When you was on the other TV station. And Jared is an outdoorsman. That's what makes him so good. He knows where to get, when to get, what to do. And the same thing with our Chris. Chris come up in the outdoors, fishing and hunting. He'll tackle the kayak. I just wish we could use Chris a little bit more, you know. And what's bad is he's really affected by this flood, and he's doing double duty, a yeoman job. I want to thank him on the air, and I also want to thank Jared for sharing time with us too, because all his business schedule.
Well, the hunt with Jared was great, and we learned a couple things from Jared. You know, when you hunt in certain areas, you have to use a different technique. You have to use a different type of decoy setup, given the habitat that you're hunting. Jared talks a little bit about that, but more importantly, what Jared talks about is if you're not teal hunting, you know, a lot of people don't like it. They complain about this, you know, they want to sit it out.
Mosquitoes and too hot.
Well, Jared says, if you're not hunting, why the heck aren't you? Here we go. Jared Serenay, hunting out of Carnarvon, Louisiana. Oh, I didn't see that one trailing.
Come on, come on. All right, come on, y'all. Man. At least put down and stop teasing us. Oh, here's a group. Get him. Good shot.
I tell you, you just gotta love teal season. I mean, where else can you hunt wearing shorts?
Mosquitoes, snakes, alligators. If you love to duck hunt, none of those things matter during teal season. You're gonna be out here regardless. The marsh is beautiful. All the vegetation is nice and tall. If you can happen to shoot a few teal, that's even better. But I wouldn't let anything keep us away from this early teal season. Teal season's different from hunting big ducks because number one, you're starting early. It's still hot outside. And number two, the marsh is nice and tall and green. So you're kind of having to deal with that at times. Grip it in.
Right on the edge. We got
right
two to look for.
You know, sometimes you have birds that fall in the marsh and you got to go look for them. But mostly what it is you're just shooting one species and really one subspecies, which is the blue wing. So you have to be on your game and make sure that's what you're shooting. And at times, you know, you're dealing with a lot of vegetation. So that's the differences I find.
Look out, look out, look out. Something coming here. Something coming. Single? With just one bird? Now those are Mexican whistlers. It's important during teal season that you identify your ducks because only teal are legal, and those birds are here from Mexico and further south almost the whole time.
That bird must have already hit the bank. That happened fast.
Which one?
Oh, there he is.
He's right
I
over
lost
there.
sight of him. Yeah, there's a teal one. Get him down.
It's a pretty one.
These teal, they're so finicky on where they're going. They may, you know, act like they're going to cross a pond and then they turn and go away. So as far as calling and decoying, the main things I do is get out the mojos and I get them high in the air. I like, you know, I use 10-foot mojo poles and I like to get them at least 5 foot, you know, above the water, get those mojos nice and high. I'll hit them with a low call, but most of the time I'm depending on my mojos to pull them in. And the idea is to get them up above the marsh grass so that when the teal are flying, they can see them from a long ways and they come check out your mojos.
Only one we got?
No, we got 2. He's dead as a doornail.
Yeah. You did get the one on the right. I got the one on the left. And I'm empty.
I'm empty too.
I said I must have one in the down in the magazine. I tried to pump
I had
it
just
out
unloaded,
it just
Don.
wouldn't work.
I had just unloaded.
Well.
Teal are very challenging to shoot. They're moving at a fast rate and they come in groups. And what happens when they come in a group, the typical hunter, you don't pick one until it's almost too late. So I find they're much more challenging to shoot just because they travel in groups and they're traveling at a fast rate.
I got 2. How many did you get?
1. I tend to not cover up as well. I don't put the boat blind on. I mostly stick mung bushes and willow branches and pull my boat right in, you know, and make that my blind. What I found is that most of the time they're flying at such a low height, they come in on an angle that they don't really get up high enough to be able to see down into your blind and see you. So if you stay low, get you some good brush, you can typically hunt out right out of a surface drive along the bank. Good. Oh, we grew up on the same one.
Bird. Kill him. Kill him. It's a teal.
Woo! Woo! Oh, Lord. You know, I've gotten to where I almost love teal season more than big duck season. It's the perfect time of year. We get a nice breeze. You can go fishing afterwards. So I would recommend anybody take advantage of the early teal season in Louisiana.
Benny's Car Wash and Oil Change has been keeping cars and trucks in Baton Rouge clean and running smooth for over 50 years. At Benny's, we feature professional car washing, complete detailing, high-tech waxing and buffing, interior cleaning, and tire shine. Benny's, one stop for car maintenance with complete oil and lube services and even state inspections at our express locations. Visit one of our 5 convenient locations, including our newest store on Greenwell Springs Road. And don't forget to stop by Be Quick Convenience Store and Fuel Stop. Benny's Car Wash and Oil Change. Drive in dirty, drive out clean.
From the LASS tournament in Lake Charles, Louisiana, I'm Captain Steve Smith with Stillwater Outfitters, and you're watching Paradise, Louisiana.
Box combo, please. At Raising Cane's, we do one thing, and we do it better than anyone else. So why not let our food do the talking? Love in the window. Raising Cane's, only the best chicken finger meals. One love.
Welcome back to Paradise, Louisiana. When you think of the name Thornwell, Louisiana, you automatically think waterfowl hunting, in particular teal hunting. And you made a hunt there with another Jared. We saw my Jared.
You say particularly, when I think of Thornwell all my life, when I first started with goose hunting. You know, speckled belly, capital.
Okay.
Oh yeah, and you said waterfowl, but then you went to teal. But early in the year, you know, you and I, our better hunts, that when you started hunting with Ryan, our better hunts early in the year have always been out in the Southwest, Iowa, Kaplan. I got reports from different people killing them in Kaplan.
Klondike.
Klondike, yeah, all those areas. I got a picture from some people from Cow Island. Now, I remember Cow Island in the Chapel Spillway, but this Cow Island is down below Kaplan and all in that area. That's why all the Mouton Hunt Club, the Mouton, I knew, I used to hunt over there with the Mouton boys and Gary Alford, Alford Safe and Lock. That's when I first started hunting that area. That's who I hunted with. But when he said Thornwell, I was thinking of geese. That Jared is probably one of the new premier guides. We always talk about the pose, and no doubt about it, and then some other guys right there on Big Lake. But Jared right now is noted for big fish. okay? His wife has really got involved. She hunts deer. She killed a 10-point last year. She's really on this duck hunting right now and the goose hunting. She ain't learned about a call yet. Now Jared is one of the best, but his main thing is big trout. A lot of people book with Jared. He stays booked. He probably gonna have some openings. So if you want to go,
where does he fish? What area does he fish?
Big Lake.
Big Lake.
Big Lake. With big trout, Big Lake, Black Lake, all those areas around there, West Coast, wherever they're at, he's gonna find them. He's got a network. He's got a few guys. Sometimes they'll fish maybe 30 people on a weekend. Him and his young guy, he's a tremendous guy. He's a little cocky. I tell you what, he won't tell me. Remember I told you, I badmouthed him on TV? I told him that when I was in Lake Charles and they canceled the big trout shootout and didn't let me know. So I had some free time. I asked him that he was fishing at night. At dark, I said, he wouldn't let me go. He didn't want people, he wanted his clients to take him out. He didn't want everybody to know on TV. So I got on him, but he's changed his mind right now. We're gonna be doing some more fishing with Jared down there at Big Lake, especially hunt for big trout. But right now, he ain't been doing bad on the teal, him and his wife Heather and his dad.
Captain Jared Adams with Adams Trophy Charters. We're out here in Thornwell, Louisiana this morning. So far, we're about the 5th day of the season. So far, we've been having excellent hunts, been limited out every day. Hoping that today will be the same.
I'm a native of Sulphur, Louisiana, and I got 2 boys and a daughter. And I've been hunting and fishing just about all my entire life. I'm retired now. Spent 42 years working for Citgo Petroleum. And Jared and his brother, they're about the 2 best I've ever seen out here in the outdoors. Jared's excellent with bass fishing and trout fishing and red fishing, and he's a pretty dang good shot.
So this year with all that rain we had, there's a lot of rice that didn't get harvested. So you got a lot of rotten, stinking rice that, you know, brings in birds in. So, you know, there's a lot of birds that are bodied up. So during the week sometimes, if there's not a lot of people keeping the birds stirred up, you know, they'll pick a field and just sitting there. They've got no reason to leave because they've got all the food in the world right there. But we've got a few. I've seen one group go in on that side, another group go in on the south side of us. So hopefully there'll be a group hunt to the north of us. If so, it'll keep all these birds kind of moving in this area. And if that's the case, we should smack them down pretty good. But
That one. You lied. You lied. Oh, I tell you what. John, you saved the day.
We'll shoot early. We'll take sun comes up this stuff.
My turn. I just picked my gun up. Everybody almost got their limit. I ain't shot well today. Had a great day though. Beautiful, beautiful weather. training a new dog. And definitely got an ultimate outdoor woman in the blind with us today.
There you go.
Somebody made shot. What another great day here in the Southwest Louisiana. Captain Jared Adams and his beautiful and talented outdoor lady, Heather Adams. Jared, just like you told us, you said, you know, we got a few more ducks, we almost got a limit, but it was exactly like you told us.
Yeah.
So, it's unbelievable. You have any more opens till season? This might be over.
Yeah, we've got, I think we've got 3 dates left.
Yeah.
We shot 22 out of 24 this morning. And, you know, just as soon as this north wind gets out of here and it switches back out to south, all these birds are going to pile back in the rice.
Well, we had a full moon today, but still everything, we worked out. We had a lot of shooting.
You know,
I had time enough to put the camera down, thanks to Richard, Lemoyne. But look, Heather, you do all the booking. Big duck season around the corner. Y'all shoot, and plus y'all got the best fishing. You are known for big trout.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, y'all, both of them. I've been trying to pick your brain now for 2 years, and finally got it here. And I promise you, I'm gonna make a trip. If he don't do it, Heather's gonna do it too.
Facebook, we have an Adams Trophy Charters Facebook page. You can follow the fishing reports and the hunting reports we put on there every day.
Jared, God bless you.
Oh, it was my pleasure.
I enjoyed you and your dad, and then training a new dog is always a challenge.
Oh yeah, it's always interesting.
Will you look? You make my promise. Got him on that. We're gonna make a blast and cast big duck season?
Oh yeah, big duck season.
Say it again. We're gonna make a blast and cast?
We're gonna make a blast and cast during big duck season.
Good enough. Let's look at them, tell them you're watching Paradise, Louisiana.
You're watching Paradise, Louisiana.
This is Don Dubuque asking you to join me as a member of the Coastal Conservation Association. For 30 years, CCA has worked in Louisiana to conserve our incredible fisheries, making sure that our fishing is great today and for generations to come. Whether looking out for redfish and specks, eliminating gill nets, building reefs across the coast, or work at the state capitol and in D.C., CCA is doing what's best for the fish and the sport we love so much. Your $30 membership will ensure that this work and our great fishing endures well into the future. Go to ccalouisiana.com and join CCA today.
Hi, I'm John Jackson, and you know we always say we gather our groceries out the bayou. Whether it's freshwater, saltwater, catfish, redfish, you have tons of choices when it comes to fish in Louisiana. But when I fry fish, there's only one choice, and that's Louisiana fish fry. My new favorite, the Cajun fish fry, has the perfect amount of cornmeal, corn flour, and the perfect mix of spices that really bring the heat. Hey, if you're craving Cajun, go look for the bright red bag at your local grocers. Bring home the taste of Louisiana with Louisiana Fish Fry.
Welcome back to Paradise, Louisiana. Joining us is a familiar face on Paradise, Louisiana over the years. Sam, good to have you with us.
Good to be back. Is there anybody behind me making monkey shines? No, I see him over there. Very good.
Louisiana Saltwater Series,
yes,
your baby. Kind of a strange year, huh?
Well, kind of a strange year. You know, we started off with, we were supposed to have a tournament down in Empire. That got bumped because of weather or canceled eventually. Same thing with Delacroix during the, I hate to call it a great flood, but the great flood in South Louisiana. So we just finished up our last regular season stop at Lake Charles and finished with a bang. It was really...
How did it go? Had a big win.
Had a big win. The weather held out for us, which was actually fantastic. We went into the day with 90% chance of rain, and the weather just skirted us all day, skirted the entire lake, and we had an incredible finish. I'll tell you, first place, winning $1,650 and securing Team of the Year title was Chris Kennedy and Stephen Hooter. They caught 2 redfish weighing 14.61 pounds, and I got to tell you, that might not be a fantastic weight in Delacroix, but that's a winning and a great weight in Calcasieu Lake.
It's very respectable, and for people that are not familiar with Louisiana Saltwater Series, it's a two-man tournament fishing for 2 slot limit redfish. You've got a series that moves around the state, and then a 2-day championship coming up. Tell us about that championship.
Well, championships, it's October 14th and 15th in Venice at the world famous one and only Venice Marina. We'll send roughly 40-something boats. The determination for who gets the fish championship and who doesn't is going on right now. It's actually invitation only. You have to fish 2 regular season events, and since everything was kind of crazy this year, we're crunching the numbers. It'll be about 40-something teams, 2-day tournament. We'll be tagging and releasing a lot of redfish and having a lot of fun at Venice Marina.
So not anyone can fish this. It isn't open to the public. It's by invitation.
Yes,
so
sir.
Besides Bill Butler of Venice Marina's great ribs, what else is in it for spectators that might want to come down?
Ken and Dev Sherman from Front to Back Boat Service will be cooking their nearly world famous pastelaya, I'm sure. And we'll have you know, beverages there from Crescent Crown in New Orleans. And it's Venice Marina in the fall. I don't know if you can get a whole lot better than that.
And you got the two top, the top teams of 2-men teams are going to be there. And those guys always like to talk. So if you thought about getting into the series or any circuit, you can get a lot of information on tips and advice on how to break in and how to catch fish down
Absolutely. Great place to bring the kids and the family to see a bunch of live redfish, see redfish getting tagged and released right back into the water. It's a good, it's a very good thing for spectators.
And when will next year's schedule be out?
Probably in December, we hope.
Okay, very good. Louisiana Saltwater Series, you can check it out on the department's website. Also, the Louisiana Wildlife and Fisheries Foundation, an organization that's very instrumental to the mission of conservationists all over the state, is having its annual fundraiser.
Big fundraiser in Baton Rouge at Live Oak Arabians. If you've never been to this Arabian horse farm, you got to go. It's the prettiest piece of property in Baton Rouge. It's Thursday, October 13th. It's called Wild Night. We got a bunch of really good restaurants from around the Baton Rouge area coming in to compete against each other to make the best dish. So you get to taste a lot of great food. We have a live auction, we have silent auction, and a lot of familiar faces. It's a lot of fun. For all the information and for a listing of items for sale, for bid, visit wildnight.org, wildnight.org.
2 very good events coming up, and thanks for coming by and
Thank you,
talking
Don.
to us about it. Good luck to the
All right.
Prince of Pontchartrain. I know your time is coming up for those trout.
We're
Lake
hoping.
Pontchartrain.
That's right.
All right, we'll be right back with more. You're watching Paradise, Louisiana. Welcome back to the first week of fall edition of Paradise, Louisiana. And Gary, duck dogs. You know, teal season is here now, and people have got their dogs out, and wow, great
Except
dog
in the
work.
marsh. Except in the marsh.
Well, where there's alligators, right? You don't want to use them there.
Right.
But you had the opportunity again this year to take in a real special part of the Gaydon Duck Festival, and that is a competition among duck dogs.
Yeah, and I had to cut it short. I had another camera guy went, but it was pouring down raining. It was starting to rain. Now, in a normal duck hunt, you wouldn't do it. I got up under the tent. I got fussed at one time because my phone went off and I was under the tent and the dogs were right there. So everybody looked and the man had to take his dog, put it back, and we had to do it again. I apologized to everybody profusely. I said, man, I knew better. I had to turn that phone off. I was right close to the dog, but I was trying to stay out of the rain.
What's the call for the dog?
No,
or for you?
Well, the dog was coming back on his first run, and it messed everything up. But listen, these dogs were running. We got some of the starters. They got the finish dogs. But we usually get most of the finish when we get a good run. This show what we got is short down. I'm sorry that we didn't get to shoot more and stay there with the dog. It was pouring down raining. That was a very bad weekend. Only thing it didn't rain on a parade, and it wasn't raining when I was dancing in the hall. Here we go back to the Duck Festival. 2016 in Gaydon, Louisiana.
This is Mac. I'm Reese Borrell. I live in Marsh, Louisiana. Here to run the Duck Festival. We're gonna run season.
How old is the dog?
He's a little over 2 years old. He's one of the youngsters.
You trained him, somebody else?
I trained him, yes. Yes.
Morning. I'm Dave Fullerton. This is my dog, Kate. This is her first season test, and I think she's ready. I'm not sure she can do all the work, but we're gonna go give it a try.
Hey, Kate.
Kate!
Casey Kibdo from Gaydon. I go to school at Gaydon High.
Jade LeBlanc from Gaydon, workforce.
AJ Perez, Gaydon High School.
My name is Danny Bjorn. My dog's name is Smoke.
Got any pedigree? How many has he done?
Oh, he's done a lot. He hasn't passed any.
Ain't passed yet.
Trent Nugent, High Performance Retrievers. This is dog Dan. He's a hunter retriever champion. Real speedy dog. Comes off the line pretty quick. Good marker. Pretty good dog. Ought to do pretty good.
Pull. Okay, pull 2. Pull 3. Ah! Back! Here, here. Here.
Bird 1. Bird number 2.
Red.
Bird 1.
Ah.
Bird 2. That's very good.
Louisiana Wildfowl Festival is at the Castine Center at Mandeville's Pelican Park. Over 2,000 hand-carved and collected decoys and other stunning wildlife by world champion carvers. Compare your favorites with judges awarding over $40,000 in prizes. Appreciate and purchase through Sunday's auction outstanding wildlife and wildfowl art. See live decoy carving and painting at the Louisiana Wildfowl Festival, Saturday, October 1st, 9 to 6, Sunday, October 2nd, 9 to 4, at the Castine Center in Mandeville's Pelican Park. Complete details at lwccg.com, lwccg.com.
Courtesy's got your truck, man, so get yourself a deal, man.
Courtesy Automotive is one of the largest and most experienced automotive groups in the South. Courtesy is the clear choice for all your automotive needs. So whether you're looking for a Ford, a Chevrolet, a Ram, Toyota, or a GMC, Courtesy's got your truck.
A big truck, a small truck, Courtesy's got your truck, man.
And welcome to the Paradise, Louisiana hunting report. Gary, dove season's here, just about gone. Got another split going to be opening up soon. We also have the teal season wrapping up. We talked a lot about teal. We showed a lot of teal. But the archery season has also been open in a couple of specific areas of Louisiana. By October 1st, it's going to be open all over the state. And hopefully we'll get some pictures in. Did you get any pictures in from this weekend of any deer killed with a bow?
No deer, but I talked to our boys, Jason Lemoyne and them. Jason brought us some footage we're going to be showing you later of some young kids and some wounded warriors with alligator hunting, but he's all geared up, and if all you got to do is go to any sporting goods, especially your local ones right now, Fieldway Sportsman, any of them other spots that you go where they sell the guns, and you see them bow and arrows, you can see them bows going off, they in the back, they sign them up, they doing this, they buying camouflage, they buying scent. Everywhere I go in, I went to Bowie's the other day too, same thing. They gearing up and you know the bow season is right here. So I'm sure we're gonna be sending y'all pictures, they're gonna be sending me pictures, and I'm gonna be showing y'all of deer. And I hope to get some video. Jason promised he's been taking some video. I wish we had Jordan Terrahana back with us, because Jordan used to video his own hunt.
Oh yeah, he's very good at it. Now, in addition to those seasons, we also have to open the small game. Now, rabbit is not quite as popular in October because it's so hot and it puts the dogs under stress. But the squirrel season, very popular time for people to get out, take the kids out, and especially if we're going to get a little bit of a cool front and some low humidity, it'll get the people out after the squirrels.
That's right. And it's really, unless you're an expert like Carlton Savoy, Wayne Amato, and the people, they like a squirrel hunting a squirrel. They know they use the call, they use to shake the vine, and they use rifles and pick them out, 60 yards away. They're unbelievable. It's really difficult, especially somebody like me that can't hear. When I used to squirrel hunt, I learned from the best. I just sit real still. I had good eyes, thank God. And I would watch, make a little call or shake a little vine, they come and see you. But squirrel hunting, still a lot of leaves in the air, so it would make it real hard, and even hard with a dog right now if you hunt with a dog. But most people still hunt. They don't want to use the dogs in there because they got bow hunters. If they want to share the woods with somebody, you got to be real careful somebody don't put an arrow in you. So if somebody can shoot you, you better make sure you're sharing the woods with somebody that's safe.
One of the things you need to be on the lookout for during those early weeks of squirrel season is those big banana spiders. They make the webs across the trail, and you'll be walking looking for a squirrel. Next thing you know, you got a big old banana spider crawling on your face. I know it's happened to you. It's happened to me a lot of times.
But they don't hurt you. They just make you hurt yourself.
That's right.
You make it,
and that web will take the bluing off your gun, so you better clean that off.
Serious?
Oh, absolutely.
I didn't know that.
Yes, it will. Anyway, have fun if you get out there doing some hunting. If you're looking for a place to hunt, go to the Wildlife and Fisheries website and check out our many, many wildlife management areas. A lot of good squirrel hunting on those areas. We'll be right back with our news segment and our Berkeley Abu Garcia fishing report on Paradise, Louisiana.
Benny's Car Wash and Oil Change has been keeping cars and trucks in Baton Rouge clean and running smooth for over 50 years. At Benny's, we feature professional car washing, complete detailing, high-tech waxing and buffing, interior cleaning, and tire shine. Benny's, one stop for car maintenance with complete oil and lube services and even state inspections at our express locations. Visit one of our 5 convenient locations, including our newest store on Greenwell Springs Road. And don't forget to stop by Be Quick Convenience Store and Fuel Stop. Benny's Car Wash and Oil Change. Drive in dirty, drive out clean.
Welcome to the Flambeau Outdoor News segment of Paradise, Louisiana. Biggest news, Gary, National Hunting and Fishing Day is this weekend. It's celebrated all across the country. You can go on your own and do some hunting or fishing, which we've certainly given you a lot of options there. But there's also some well-organized statewide events. This year, though, if you were planning on going to Waddill to the traditional Baton Rouge celebration, ain't gonna happen. There's serious damage from the flood has closed Waddill down to an undetermined amount of time. But outside of that, they got one in Woodworth, got one in Horton, got one in Monroe.
West Monroe, Horton, Minden, they're all over the state. But let me tell you about it. If you've never been to one, it's unbelievable. They got people to teach you to shoot a bow, black powder, rifle, BB gun. They got fishing demonstrations, fly fishing demonstrations. Everywhere you go, they got demonstrations to anything you want to do in the outdoors. They even got, in Woodworth, they got a simulated frog hunt. You go in the tents at night with light, and it's unbelievable. They shoot cannons. They check you in when you come in. They'll be up at Woodworth. I know it's one of the big ones, just like Waddell, it'll be up to 3,000 people that show up.
And they also have the wild game and seafood samples, too.
Oh,
which is,
yeah.
for
Food,
people that have never tried it, a lot of those people
food
try
all
it.
over there. They got different hamburger places and different people donating sandwiches and food. Just show up. It's this coming weekend. Do not
not
forget.
the only event, though.
Right. Well, we got the Cajun Casting Slam, Lafayette
Kayak Club, yeah.
Right. That's going to be at Calcasieu Point Landing. Thank you, Don. I'm about to choke again. Keep it up. By the way, also on Sunday is a big deal all over the state right now. It's September 25th, Sunday. Clean out your freezer day. Now, you got more information on it. There's so many locations, fire stations. Tell me about it.
Hunters for the Hungry, go to Wildlife and Fisheries website, click on the Hunters for the Hungry icon. It'll show you all the drop-off locations. If you've got fish, you got game, they're willing to take it. It goes to the Hungry, a great cause and a great event.
I think that's it. I can remember right now in September. I'm gonna give you give you a little heads up right now in October 7th and 8th, the Grand Isle Ladies Rodeo. Let me tell you what, the last 10 years, you will not believe how many people are gonna show up for this. It'll be at Bridgeside Marina. You'll see why I'm wearing pink. All the proceeds go to fight cancer, breast cancer awareness, and a lot of it into the Fuchs area, all up and down the Lake Grand Isle area. So don't forget that. On October 14th and 15th, this is something you know more about, Venetian Isles Rodeo, which is making a comeback.
Venetian Isles Rodeo has been around, well, they were around 20-something years ago. Was very actively involved in it. It's that Venetian Isles on-water community that started it. It grew into one of the major rodeos and then went away. Last year, Dean Marullo and some other folks who live in Venetian Isles brought it back. It's gotten even bigger and better. Danica Williams is now involved, and on that Wednesday, there's going to be a Wish to Fish event tied to it.
That's right. On October 15th, also that weekend, the Reels and Racks out at Calcasieu Point Marina. It's the first time or the initial tournament to be putting on by Crystal and them at the area over there at Cajun Tackle. Same one she did. There's another salty catch event. It's a one-day event, and it'll be over there. October 15th, Reels and Racks, Calcasieu Park.
Reels and Racks, that must have something to do with breast cancer awareness, right?
Reels and Racks. Ain't that something? I was thinking they were going to include hunting in there. I was thinking about
Not that kind of rack, talking about a different rack.
Boy, I'll tell you, that's sort of racy, huh?
I think so. I'll get your attention. That's what they need to do. October 20th.
That's the banquet, the big star banquet coming up we've been talking about coming up. And you're going to have two ladies I'm pretty sure are going to wind up being winners in the Central Division and the West Division. There's going to be a live oak Arabian. October 20th, that's a Thursday night. You got any more news, Don? You got anything? What else we got?
Well, we'll find some more if we can.
Oh, we got good news. The final standings, the Angler of the Year, the Elite Series. In first place, Gerald Swindle won it. Second place is Keith Combs. Third place was Randall Thorpe. Boy, the fourth place is Jacob Powanzanek. I guess that's how you pronounce it. And the fifth place is our local guy, Greg Hackney. No telling it wouldn't have that one-day disqualification. I'm
Really
pretty sure
hurt
he'll to back up his Angler of the Year.
But don't sell Gerald Swindle short. That guy's been around for a long time, and he's working his way into being one of the all-time performers in BASS.
I sure enough.
All right, we'll be back with the Berkeley Abu Garcia Fishing Report from Rouse's on Airline Drive in Baton Rouge right after this.
This is our love. This is our life. This is our home, Louisiana. This is our day. Come what may. This is our home. Forever long. This is our home. This is our life. This is our home.
This is Don Dubuque asking you to join me as a member of the Coastal Conservation Association. For 30 years, CCA has worked in Louisiana to conserve our incredible fisheries, making sure that our fishing is great today and for generations to come. Whether looking out for redfish and specks, eliminating gill nets, building reefs across the coast, or work at the state capitol and in D.C., CCA is doing what's best for the fish and the sport we love so much. Your $30 membership will ensure that this work and our great fishing endures well into the future. Go to ccalouisiana.com and join CCA today.
At Rouse's, we love food as much as you do. That's why it's no surprise our chefs aren't the only cooks who work here. Rouse's butchers know how to select, trim, and cook every cut we sell. Of course, our produce experts are the very best in the field.
And on the field.
And you can always count on our seafood department for the best catch.
Heads up, Brandon.
The best quality and the best price is why the best chefs and cooks
shop and work at Rouse's.
Welcome to the Berkeley Abu Garcia Fishing Report. Gary, where you want to start? Offshore, saltwater, or freshwater? I know where you're going to start.
But I want to start right now because they're waiting for us to go eat. And look at this. You know, that's a crunchy. Look at that. Wow. It's a winner. Let's hurry up.
Okay. All right.
I can't talk right now. You go ahead and talk.
Yeah, I just want to put to rest that rumor that I'm actually a ventriloquist. Gary is a real person. He really is. All right, let's start off with some freshwater action. You got a good report on Sockeye, and as soon as you finish chewing, tell us about when and where.
Well, saltwater, the report I've been getting, coming from my buddies over there at Tony Seafood. Greg and his buddies have been back there fishing the spillway. They were worried about the rain and the fresh water, but they fishing sorrel, pigeon, all those areas. They finding good water. One thing he threw me a curve. I said, "What you catch them on, Craig? You catch them on jig?" He said, "Yeah, it's black and chartreuse, because usually that's the color, the most prominent color right now." He said, "No, blue and chartreuse. That dark blue, either the solid body or the tube jig." He says they seem to hold it. The black, they hit, let it go. But they must have something to do with the color of the water. But when somebody tells you they're biting on that special way,
you do it.
Bring them along with you, blue and chartreuse. Not only sorrel, but again, you heard the same thing down in the marsh. They're catching bass. They're catching bass in the spillway. If you look at the Southwest Junior Bassmasters last week, you know, they were averaging 5 fish up per person, which they could weigh in, but they were catching up to 10 fish a boat. You know, the spinnerbait, and then they get later in the day, they find it in that grass, and they punch it. So, but you can do it always. You get on that moving water this time of year, I can remember red shed ones, black and blue tail ones, different areas in that spillway right now. If you fish them points, you fish the runouts, or you fish early in the morning, spinnerbait good all day, you know. Every 1 or 2 rods, and that's the report I'm getting right now from Chapel House Spillway and then the Bayou Blackmore.
On the east side of the state, I don't know how it is now, but at press time when we were recording this, there wasn't a warning issued for the Bogachitta River. There was an accidental sewage spill that took place up in Mississippi. It's moving down the Bogachitta. They have issued warnings, no swimming, no fishing allowed. 1 or 2 things is going to happen. Either it's going to clear up in the Bogachitta or it's going to move into the Pearl. So before you do any fishing or swimming in either the Bogachitta or the Pearl River, make sure you check and make sure that they've given the all clear before you go out there. And it's a shame because our friend Toby Cooper, if you look at this picture, he had one of his best stringers fishing out of Crawford's Landing on the Pearl, 16.11 pounds of bass this past week. So fishing has been good, but just make sure that everything's a go before you head that way.
You're talking to, and listeners ready, talking about the fresh water in your area. Jeff Brewer, get well. Now, you had a great report.
Yeah.
I know that, look, anybody ever had knee replacement and tell you, it takes a little while. Them first few weeks are painful, and it's rumors you might be having to have one after hunt season.
Yeah,
maybe.
why not? I haven't had one before. Maybe I'll try one.
Okay.
All right, let's talk about some saltwater fishing. Speckled trout have been a problem. Very few reports of specks, and those that we get continues to be the little small speckled trout. Hopefully that will turn now that we're getting into the fall season. But as bad as trout fishing and as tough as it is, that's how good and easy redfish has been.
Well, I've heard your reports, and some of them guys have said that. When you say bad, because you can talk about catching fish. Jared Adams, the captain over there, I told him the other day, I said, you know, what about, he said, oh, I can go catch some schoolfish, but everybody's coming to me right now for redfish, okay? I'm trying to make my clients happy. I can catch some speckled trout. He said, my trouble is people come over here for big trout, you know, and we can still catch them. And we catch them on, and said somebody had an 8-pounder the other day, you know, we're catching fish. And where they were catching them around West Coast. He said all those places about a week or 2 away, since they're gonna start getting hot, they're catching fish. The salinity in Big Lake right now has improved tremendously. I heard it on your radio, shoot.
Right.
Same thing, people are getting better salinity. Talking about, Dudley talking about in the lake right now. Around Lake Bourne and all those people, they should be turning on pretty soon. World Series start coming up, you start buying World Series trout. There's been a lot of difference in those fishing places. Explain that to me. Don, why one year you got the World Series trout and no? It has to do with what kind of summer we had with water or what?
A lot of variables. A lot has to do with the cycle of the numbers of the population. Sometimes you got bait in the lake, sometimes you don't. Sometimes it comes earlier, sometimes it comes late. A general trend, and everybody's been talking about this year, things have been later than what you normally consider them. So instead of World Series trout, maybe we'll be looking at a little bit later on, maybe some early playoff trout.
Well, I'm going with Dudley. I'm going film, and I'm going to be around Dudley this coming Thursday, taking them autistic kids fishing. I'm going to get some a late report, and I'll get more from Dudley. If anybody knows the lake area or in that area right now, nobody knows any better than Dudley. So we'll bring you a report. Over there in Big Lake, they were telling me, they're still catching trout. They catch them on top water. They're catching them on minnow-type bait. They're using live shrimp everywhere. You can still, Tommy Vidrine and them, they fishing in the back of Grand Isle right now. They fishing live shrimp or live pokies when they can catch them. Him and his wife are still catching them. And by the way, the rumors are again, as soon as we get through these polygraphs, his wife is the Central Division winner, Jolynn Vidrine. So we're going to be bringing you more from that.
All right.
Offshore is your report you've been getting.
Yep, offshore, while the Gulf of Mexico is quiet, we hope it stays that way. There's been some calm seas. People have been able to get out, chase the tuna. Starting to see a few wahoo showing up out there too. And of course the mangrove snapper fishing has been so-so this year, but there's plenty of action if you want to get out there and enjoy and take advantage of this good weather that we've been having.
I got a picture of a young man sent me. Zach, Here's your picture. Triple tail. You know, I've never caught a triple tail. I've been on one trip that we seen them, we didn't get them to bite. You and Joe, y'all all your life have been catching triple tail. Y'all call that sac-a-lay of the ocean?
Saltwater sac-a-lay.
Yeah. Great catch, and that's a rare catch right now. But as soon as he caught it on, he had a bag floating, and he saw him swimming around, threw a live shrimp and caught it. Good story.
All right, well, that's about going to wrap it up. We want to remind you, send your pictures in, your photos to Gary at Paradise, Louisiana, whether it's hunting or fishing. We always appreciate it. Tell us who you are, who was with you, and how you did it.
I want to tell you one more thing. You said it just right, Don. The pictures are a lot better. Remember, you want the sun or the light in the subject's face, okay? And
if you're shooting on a cell phone, shoot it sideways, it fits the camera screen a lot better.
That's right.
Exactly right.
And then another thing I want to tell you. See up north, we talking about not getting reports. You know why? Mike Clark told me. Everybody getting ready for boat season. There ain't nobody over there. They're all scouting right now. Go catch me some fish up there in the north and the central part of the state and give me a report.
Or stick your deer. Whatever you do, get out and enjoy National Hunting and Fishing Day. Celebrate it along with the other fellow outdoorsmen. And we'll be back here next week with another edition of Paradise, Louisiana.